Alright, so this is a slight segue. I just wanted to show you if you want to build a graphic for a video presentation. You come here to Adobe Photoshop and you go to create a new document. And then the first thing you need to know is that because it's for video production, you want to use a film and video preset. I recommend using this HD TV 1080p setting to create your new document. That gets the appropriate height and width so that it's in the 16:9 proportions. So we just hit create, and that's how you'll start to design your document. And if you're wanting to put text on it, now you might be doing this in PowerPoint. I'm a longtime Photoshop user, so I prefer to use Photoshop for this specific task. But you select the text tool from the toolbar over here before you start doing the text. There's two ways to do the text here in Photoshop. The first is just click anywhere you want to put type, and then you notice right now that it's white type. If you look up here, the typography is going to be white, so I can switch that over to black so it'll show up on this white background. And then when you're done, you can move it around. So we switch to this arrow tool and we can move it wherever we want. The last thing I wanted to show you though as well on this type tool, so if we're using the type tool, the shortcut is the letter T for type. But you also have this option to make a type box by clicking and dragging. If you're familiar with Adobe InDesign, it's kind of similar to how you use the type or cursor tool in Adobe InDesign. And so this makes a text box. So you can see here's some lorem ipsum type that takes up space to fill the box before you start typing. So this illustrates kind of the difference between the two types of two different methods of putting typography into an image document. So now that I'm done doing my text here, and yes, it's basic, but the reason we're in Photoshop is that I need to save this as an image. And so that's really my primary reason for Photoshop versus using PowerPoint. I can also use that PowerPoint to make JPEGs. We'll cover that in another tutorial. So the last step here, first off, I like to save it as a PSD document so that I'm saving my layers. If I've misspelled something, if I come back and I need to make some changes to it, I've got a layered document that I can edit. And then the image I'm going to use in the video will be a JPEG, which is a compressed image without the layers. So you'll want to do save as, and you're going to put this in your tutorial. And then down here where it says Photoshop, we're going to switch that over to a JPEG. And this color profile, really not important to this specific application. We're going to go ahead and replace it. I've already done this earlier today. And then quality of 8 is good. 10 might be better, but I think 8 will serve you just fine. So, and then when you're done, you can close this and then import that finished image into your quick iMovie project. Let me find my iMovie here. Okay, and then you would do Command I to import that file. And if you're looking for, see here, it was first steps, I believe, and there it is. And then you would click and drag it down here. Notice on the left we have our video with audio. You see the waveforms. This photo has no audio. And I hope that helps you see how to put a photo in here. I noticed that it by default is going to put this zoom on it. And if you don't like that zoom, what you can come up here to the right is hit reset all.